varsity boys soccer team, also the BSAC champion varsity boys soccer team.
I don't know if I should go over there. When do you leave? Tomorrow. I'll see you when you come back. Give me a call when you come. Because after this, I'm leaving.
This year's varsity boys soccer team was made up of Andrew Akiki,
Yes, Andrew.
Evan L. Ewan, Sammy Badwan, Alvaro Chinchayan, Justin Cho, Raimondo Kobayanki, Chris Haggerty, Ren Howell, Santiago Martinez, Raymond Mesfan, Vanya Masaljic, Andrew Salzman, Mo Abukish, Carlos Castro, Kyrie Khalil, Kale Lose, Emilio de Bustamante, Rohit Naidu, Drayton Taylor, and Sugor Alawat. Coaches Luis Bolanos and Ralph Barrett.
They're wearing the jackets that they gave them.
Hello everyone. Coach Barrett and I spoke several times about how spoiled we are having these athletes. Every year we come with higher expectations, and every year they always find a way to surpass them. Being part of the Varsity Boys Soccer program is not an easy task. We, as coaches, ask for full commitment. Every game, we remind them of the meaning of wearing the Viper jersey and all the responsibility that comes with it. They knew getting to the season that being second was not a choice. It was a lot of pressure, but it was something this team was ready to take on. I have so much respect for every single member of this team. They endure difficult practices, challenging games. They gave up some of their social life. Some even changed their diet to be sure that they were at their peak performance. They fought injuries. We called extra practices on the weekends, and they never complained about it. They even asked for more. There were a few times when we were playing a tough game, and one of our players will get an elbow to the face or head-to-head contact where they will need to come off the field to go to the nurse to stop the bleeding. A few minutes later, they were next to me saying, "Coach, I'm ready to go back in if you need me." This speaks volumes about their commitment and their passion for soccer. We played a total of 18 games in which we won 12, drew 3, and lost 3. We scored a total of 39 goals while only giving up 19. In the ECC tournament, we played the final against one of the teams that we were not able to beat for the past 2 years. This particular team also came to the tournament undefeated. However, they didn't leave undefeated. We won that final 3-2, meaning it was the very first time in history that ACS Varsity Boys Soccer have taken the ACC Championship. We also played the MISAC final, where we proved ourselves as champions. We were the only team in the tournament to not lose any game. This year was also the first time that the Varsity Boys Soccer team won both the ECC as well as the MISAC tournament in the same year. Coaches often have a special group that they will remember throughout the years. And this group of athletes that you have in front of you are one of those teams. It's going to be the team that I'm going to talk about to other teams. This team has it all. You cannot believe how proud we are of all of you. You are a true representation of true champions. Before we move on to the awards, I want to take this opportunity to give a special thanks to all the parents for the amazing job you do supporting your children and supporting us coaches along the way. Also, to the administration for organizing our season. Thank you to Coach Rami for helping us always, being so supporting of this program. And a huge thank you to somebody that has been my wingman for the past 5 years. Somebody that loves the sport and cares for the players as much as I do. Coach Barrett is an amazing coach and great mentor. I'm really going to miss him next year. Now moving to the awards, I would like to call Coach Barrett for president.
Good evening, everybody. I'm going to be presenting the Coaches Award tonight. It all came down to this. One athlete pitted against the other, kicker against goalkeeper, AS Doha versus ACS Abu Dhabi. Penalty kicks for all the marbles. As Andrew Akiki made the nerve-wracking walk from center field to the goal area to take our last penalty in the BSAC final, he knew that our whole season rested on his shoulders, on his ability to maintain his focus and composure. All those hours of practice, all those laps of running, all that time spent honing skills and working on tactics came down to one final kick of the ball. As I watched him stride to the penalty spot, a phrase popped into my head. A sure thing. Sure things are a rarity in the world of sport, yet in my mind, Andrew was our team's sure thing. When we had physical fitness training, he always was at or near the front of the pack. When the coaches changed his position on the field, he made the switch with poise and grace. When he took on the role of captain, he did so with a dedication that was absolutely exemplary. In short, when presented with a challenge, Andrew relished the opportunity to meet that challenge head on. As he readied himself to take the last kick of his varsity career at ACS, a strange calm came over me. Our sure thing was going to take care of business. And not surprisingly, he confidently struck the ball and placed it in the spot that most professional goalkeepers would have struggled to reach. Repeat BSAC champions. Andrew, thank you for being a hardworking athlete, committed teammate, and a dedicated captain. But above all, thank you for being our sure thing.
Oh, Andrew! Oh my God! I'm gonna miss this. Oh my God!
Most improved player goes to a guy that show up to the trials a different person that he is today. At that time, he had difficulties keeping up with the rest of the group. After the first cut, he was selected as a part of the practice squad. He wanted more than that. Sure enough, he gave us his best in every single practice. His effort really started to show up during games. His performance on the field got better and better, getting to the point that during our first game against ASD Dubai, he scored 4 goals. He shows so much love and pride for the team. He never has a negative attitude towards anybody. Every time that we would like to talk to him about a mistake that he had during a game, he will reply, "Yes, sir, it's not going to happen again." Being part of the practice squad, being one of the starters of the team, no doubt in my mind that the most improved award goes to Evan.
Oh, yes, Evan. Yes, Evan. Yes, Evan. Yes. Oh my gosh, yes, Evan.
The MVP award goes to a guy that played a key role in the success of this team. He played a position where he was asked to be a wall in front of our defenders. He was not afraid to put his head against any ball coming in his direction or going to the ground for a tackle. He was one of the only players that was not allowed to ask for a substitution. He's often been coined the beast and the train. A few times, Coach Barrett will mention to me during a game, "I think we should sub Trent to give him a little rest." And I will reply to Coach Barrett, he was one of the players that I was afraid of not having on the field at all the times. He was the kind of player able to neutralize any player from the opposite team. He had that extra sense of security to teammates around him. So many times I will hear from people, really? Did he just go to the ground to hit that ball? The MVP award goes to a great soccer player and teammate.
Wow. Wow. Yes, I have to do it. Yes. Wow.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah! Wow!
Thank you. Before we call up the cross country, just a couple of things about the varsity soccer tournament. Certainly, I know it was very exciting with both teams in the final, both teams winning in penalty kicks, because I was getting regular updates from at least one of the 30 plus parents that was there from ACS in Oman. Something else that was pointed out to me that I found very interesting, we always talk here about what great kids we have, what well-rounded kids we have. It was pointed out to me after they returned that both varsity girls, varsity boys were soccer champions, MISAC champions, we knew that. They both won in penalty kicks. What was really interesting was that both winning goals were scored by seniors. They were scored by team captains. They were scored both by full IB diploma students, and both students are HL math students and HL chem students, and their math teacher, I think, was as proud as anyone of their accomplishments and has pointed it out to me several times since they've returned. So I think a real testament to how well-rounded, what great kids we have here.
Love you, Duby. Congratulations to you.
Before we move on to the cross